Hey everyone, you're listening to Ankur Warikoo on Woice with Warikoo. On this podcast, I talk to you about entrepreneurship, how to grow in life, manage personal finances, handle failures, and a lot more things that just come to my mind. The episode begins. For the longest time, I remember I have been a time management ninja. And I don't know where I got it from. I frankly, you know what? Let me step back and say this. I feel terrible whenever I say that managing time came naturally to me because it gives the impression that you're either born with it or you're not. And I'd like to believe that that's not the case. People can get to managing their time even if they weren't inherently designed to manage their time very well. For the longest time I know, I was somehow just always tracking my time. I remember distinctly in school, I used to maintain this notebook where I used to write what I did every hour of my waking hours. Every hour, whether it's studying, whether it's watching television, whether it's playing, whether it's something else. I was tracking my hours and hours and hours of where I was spending my time. And I always felt that if you track your time, you somehow have an ability to manage it because you cannot hide behind the fact that you're wasting your time when you're writing it down, right? You can't say, 6 to 7, binge watch Netflix, 7 to 8, binge watch, 8 to 9, binge watch, 9 to 10, binge watch, because yeah, you can do it once, twice, thrice, 4 times. But the fifth and the sixth time, you'll be like, shit, man, I got to do something about this. As against just feeling it and living it and not feeling bad about it. And that has translated to me having a morning routine as well. The reason why I stress upon the morning routine today in this episode is because for the longest time in my life, I actually did not have one. So I am this very odd, peculiar individual who was managing his time well, or at least I'd like to believe well, for the longest time that I know. And yet I did not have control over my mornings. I used to get up late. I used to get up odd hours. If I got up, it wasn't very well identified what I would be doing. So one day I would be just heading straight to the toilet. One day I would be reading the newspaper. One day I would just sit straight to work, so on and so forth. So it was never designed in a manner to get the best out of my day. And there was a big change that happened at the age of 33 when I went for my surgery and then got on my fitness routine where I just changed everything about my mornings. I started sleeping at a set hour. I started getting up at a set hour. And what I did thereafter was also very well defined. So today, my morning routine is the following. I'll first start with the objective. The objective of the morning routine is to spend time doing things that I want to do for my own self. It's not to cater to anyone else. It's not to pander to anyone else's need. It is simply to feed my own soul with what I want to do. And the reason why I think that is important, irrespective of the time you get up, irrespective of how much time you spend doing this, is because when you feed your own self, the first thing that you get up, your body and your soul and your mind knows that you're attended to, that you cared for. And that just gives you a certain amount of energy that sets you up for the day. The way that I design my mornings, I do almost everything that I would want to do. And because I do it in that manner, my body feels as if it's not starving. It feels like it has been attended to. It feels like it has been listened. It has been heard. And that just gives it energy that takes it through all the shit that happens in the rest of the day if there were anything bad or anything uneven or unexpected to happen. So I get up between 4:30 and 5 every day. And if you're shocked by that, it's not a surprise because I've taken a fair bit of time to get to that point. The biggest thing that has helped me is that I sleep every day between 9 and 9:30. And because I get my 7 to 8 hours of sleep every day, and at the age of 40, that's the minimum that I require, I am able to wake up with ease. The first thing that I do when I wake up is to have a glass of water. And to have a glass of water, not with the intent of having water, I'm not thirsty or anything. I just cherish and enjoy that glass of water. I sip it like wine. I sip it like I'm having a hot cup of tea. I don't have tea or wine, so I'm just imagining how it must be to do that. And I sip it with ease. I take about 10-15 minutes to do that. Usually I go to the balcony to do it. It's wonderful. It's still nippy. It's just about getting daylight, at least right now in the summers. Or I sit on the sofa overlooking the balcony. There are birds chirping, or they're just getting ready for the day. There isn't much traffic, so I don't hear a lot of noise. It's just beautiful. It's time where I just give myself the space to wake up. I don't push myself into doing anything. I don't look at my phone. I don't go to the loo. I don't pick up something to read. I don't start doing anything that I think I should be doing. I just allow myself to wake up. And after these 15 odd minutes, which is what it takes me to drink this glass of water, I then spend another 15 minutes checking my WhatsApp messages. I am very particular of checking only WhatsApp and nothing else. So no emails, no social media, because WhatsApp may be something that is urgent, because I sleep at 9:30. So there might be people from my team or anyone else who's trying to get in touch after that. So I just attend to it, and that's the only thing that I do. I don't read any emails. I don't go through social media. At about 5:15, I sit down to meditate. And I meditate for 30 minutes. I meditate using this app called Calm. This is not a paid promotion. And I've been using Calm for the longest time. It's a great app. Today, I use it without any guidance. So there's no one telling me what I have to do. I just listen to the sound of a lake and birds chirping. And every 10 minutes, there is a bell or a ring that tells me it's been 10 minutes. I do that for 3 times, so 30 minutes. And that's my time to meditate. After that, I sing. I have been learning Indian classical music for about 8 to 9 months now, and I use that time to practice. So about 5:45 or so, I start singing. I do my Saregama, and I do all the paltas and everything that I have to, whether there is a rag that I have to as well. And about 6:15 or so, I go to the loo to shit. And that happens about 5-10 minutes or so. I'm not reading anything. I don't carry my phone with me as well. The glass of water has really helped, because then the bowel movement has started. And about 6:25, I get ready and I leave to play. And I go every day to play tennis. I play tennis every day except Saturdays. So at 6:30, I leave and I play tennis for an hour till about 7:30. 7:30, I come back. And that is when I work out. We have some dumbbells or some weights at home. So that's what I do. Before the lockdown, I used to go to the gym, but now I feel that this home rhythm is better. So I just go into the washroom. We have a decently sized washroom. It has a nice full length mirror. So I just watch myself while I'm exercising to make sure that the exercise is done right and so on. And about 20 minutes or so, I exercise. And this is just weights. I've done my cardio through the tennis. So I've run a fair bit. I've burnt a fair bit of calories. Now it is just about muscle training and building up on that. So weights, and I get that done. 7:50, 8 o'clock, I go for a quick shower, and by about 8:15, I'm out. And between 8:15 and 8:30, I prepare our breakfast. My wife and I both have smoothies in the morning, and that's the only thing that we have for our breakfast. So I make that breakfast. If she's busy cooking, because we don't have a cook, so she loves to cook for us, and I then water the plants. That takes about 10 odd minutes. So by 8:30, 8:45, the breakfast is ready. Plants have been watered. And then we sit down for breakfast, and by 9 or so, I am mostly done with that. At that time, between 9 and 9:30, I read the newspaper. I just get my kids ready if they want to have a bath with me. Otherwise, they just do it on their own. And by about 9:30 or so, I'm done. Now, the best thing about this, if you really think about this, is before I even start my day at 9:30, which is when I attend to my emails, my work, my calls, and everything, I've had 4 to 5 hours of doing things that I want to do for my own self. And that is crazy. That is insane. Think about the last time you had 4 hours to yourself in a day, in a week. And I guarantee that most of you would say, I don't remember when. And here is me doing that every day. And I'm not coming across as immodest and saying, oh my God, this is so awesome, look at me. I'm saying, why wouldn't you do that for your own self? Why wouldn't you attend to your own self before you begin to attend to the world? Before you open up your email, your social media, and then suddenly someone's remark, suddenly someone's email, suddenly someone's comment just triggers some emotions in you that takes you into a completely different journey. Why would you sign up for that? What good will it give you to give away this control to someone else who you don't even know, and you don't even know what kind of control you are giving away? Take charge of your morning. Take charge of your morning, because if you attend to yourself early morning, you will be able to attend to yourself for the rest of the day. Because after that, even if something were to happen that's unexpected, something were to happen that you get just caught in, you will always find yourself centered, because you've given yourself, your mind, your heart, your soul, everything that it needed to start the morning, to win the day. I hope this was useful, and I hope you start your mornings tomorrow with a new routine and a new you. If you like this episode, then it'll mean a lot to me if you subscribed to the channel, to the podcast, whatever podcast platform you're using. I'll catch you every week, Thursdays, with Woice with Warikoo. See you. To be notified of upcoming episodes, be sure to subscribe and follow the show on this app right now. Also, don't forget to rate and review the show, because that just feels nice. Thank you. If you like this podcast episode, then please remember to subscribe to the channel, because every week you will be notified.